Welcome back to this Rift Let's Play. You're with Sambo, Seraphim, and joining us as always is Tallahassee, the tiger riding base jumper. Good evening to you, kind sir.
How's it going, mate?
You sound a little despondent. Why would that be? You had a rough day at work today.
But also I'm just reading through the general chat because we lined up. We've had a lot of other people line up. People may notice on both sides.
I did not.
And there is some hilarious general chat going on. And thank you for that, Duboir.
I reckon I know who that is, by the way. That was Dub, or as he is in game at the moment, Baloo. A good evening to you, sir.
Good evening.
Was that, in fact,
that
you?
Was not me.
What, it wasn't?
No, that wasn't.
Oh, my Lord.
I don't have that on this character.
Well, there's a first. Well, must be one of the folks that have lined up beside us here. But yes, look, we are lined up. In fact, folks, we're going to rip straight into it today because we've got something very exciting that we did promise to do in last week's episode. So we've got Tallahassee here, we've got myself, we've got Malou, aka Dub, and it's always great to see you, mate, by the way. And I'll complain about Sydney to you after the show, because I was there for a couple of days this week and the weather was atrocious, by the way. You got anything to say for yourself about Sydney? Because it was awful. Is it always like that?
No, only when you come. Yeah. we're trying to get rid of you.
Everybody I spoke to said I bought that weather with them, of course, coming from Melbourne. But yeah, look, it did make it feel a little bit more like home, I must admit. But we've also got Auberon here and Rumpunch. Now, unfortunately, due to some technical issues with Steam, that didn't want to play ball with us today. In fact, hang on, let me get rid of the UI. There we go, folks. We can see everyone now. They're unable to join us on voice chat, so sorry about that, Rum and Auberon. But let's see now, Dub, we're going to be doing an instant adventure, and we're going to get you to explain a little bit about it in just a second. But I do notice there's 3 of you and 2 of us ugly, so that makes 5 of us all up. Let's start at the very beginning. Firstly, what is an instant adventure, and how many people is it designed for?
Well, the instant adventures is part of Trion's approach to make playing with each other and the community easier and quicker.
Right.
And so they're essentially quests, public quests that you can join in and run around with your friends and with random people.
Oh, okay.
So we've got a giant scrambling out.
Was that you? Was that you?
I might have influenced Tallahassee.
Oh, I see, right. So Tallahassee, you always have to be bigger than me, don't you? You always have to be bigger than me. All right, so I picked up on a word...
That's how it is.
...that you used there, by the way, Dub, and that was about random people. So obviously, I mean, we've got 5 of our own folk here. And by the way, thanks Auberon and Rumpunch. And again, we're sorry you can't join us on voice chat. Look at them showing off their fancy schmancy mounts there. But you did say about random. So does that mean, like, how many of us will actually end up in an instant adventure? Like, will it just be us 5? Or will we get thrown to some kind of random group finder and attract more folks?
Yeah, so it can be up to 20. It can be a whole raid group.
Wow.
And it just depends on the time of day, how many people are wanting to do the instant adventures at the same time. So it could just be the 5 of us, or it's 6 now that Garro, who's also from Seraphim, just joined, all the way up to 20.
Oh, I see. Oh, there we go. Garro, hello to you, by the way, on the end there. Let's give them a wave. Hello. So, yeah, okay, I can see you've actually converted us to a raid. So when you say it's dynamic, or Tallahassee, does it not matter? Because, to me, a group is always a fixed thing. So let's talk about WoW. Let's talk about every other theme park MMO out there. It's like, well, you need a group of X number of people to do this content. So, Tallahassee, will we be able to actually run this successfully, and it will actually work with, 5 in the group, or with 20? You don't have to wait for it to build up to 20. Is that what we're saying?
That's right. So basically, you could go in there by yourself. It'll try to shuffle you in with as many people as it can.
Right, okay. Well, this is great news. And of course, we heard Trion, specifically we heard Dead Simon and Elra talking about this when we filmed our 100th anniversary. And Dub, I like the way that you've put it, which is that it's their attempt to try and make as much sort of instantly accessible content available to folks who, let's face it, are time poor, right? So, the reality is tonight we are time poor. All of us are in a bit of a rush today. In fact, I think, Dub, you guys are running off to a raid after this, is that right? right?
Yeah, that's right.
All right, well, good luck on that, by the way. And don't forget, folks, if you'd like to be part of Seraphim, click the link in the description below this video, and that'll send you along to the Engine website there, where you can apply to be a part of the Seraphim Guild, and that means that you too could be running along on raids with these guys. But I guess for those of us who are time poor, it means you can hop into the game, click on Instant Adventure, I'm guessing. We'll have a look at the UI in a second. Get teleported, I presume, to some content, have some fun, and then log off and get something out of it. I mean, is that very basically, but is that how you'd view this, Dub?
Yep, exactly. It's pick up and put down MMO gaming, I guess.
Yeah, right, okay. And you know what, before folks complain about that, it's a choice too, isn't it? I mean, there's still, this content isn't provided at the expense of deeper content, or in fact, proof in the pudding, I guess, is that you guys are going to do this with us, and then you're going to head to the complete opposite, which is a raid, which is a fixed number of folks and takes a very long time to complete. So, I think what they're trying to do is cover the entire gamut of content type, if you like, and they're not sort of having one come and replace another. So I don't know if you remember, Dub, but a lot of games that in the past required you to travel, for example, in real time around a world, that subsequently got quick travel options, people would get up in arms and say, oh, it's ruining the theme of the game and the feel of it's gone, and back in the day I had to walk for 10 hours to get somewhere, and now you can snap of the fingers get there. Thing is, you can still do that stuff in a game, can't you? I mean, it all comes down to personal choice.
Yeah.
Is that what you, I mean, that's what I think. What do you think about that sort of thing?
Yeah. You always could walk all the way.
Yeah.
You just don't have to anymore.
Yeah, exactly right. Oh dear. All right, Tallahassee, I think whatever disease you've got there is spreading amongst the rest of the group here. Speaking of which, Tallahassee, have you actually done any instant adventures, or are you going to be a noob at it just like me?
I'm going to be a noob at it as well. I haven't done any of it.
Excellent. So for once, I'm not the only noob. All right, so in that case, look, we're going to ask you, Dub, if we want to actually head out on one of these things, I'm guessing that we can quick travel there. How do we do this? So we're standing around here in Sanctum. We've got ourselves a raid group. Literally, what menu do we go to? How do we actually get into one of these instant adventures?
Well, so you can go to activities.
Oh, hang on, where's that?
Which is in your options menu.
Oh, down the bottom left.
Player activities.
Yep. Right, that makes sense.
I don't know where you've got it.
Yep. No. You're right. We've got Chronicles, we've got Conquest, we've got Looking for Group, we've got Warfronts, we've got World Events, and we've got Instant Adventure. Look at that. All right, so I'm looking at this here, and it says Random Adventure, 1 to 20 players. So you're absolutely right. We've got levels 10 to 50, and it says bring the fight to your enemies. Join a group of Ascended in need of your help, facing off against challenges that scale to the strength of your party. Now, that to me also seems like a very vital point. So, Tallahassee, I mean, you're a noob like me. How do you take that as reading? To me, that means, look, no matter what you've got, no matter what you bring to this fight and how many players you have and what level they are, the actual content will scale so that it's appropriate to that group. Is that how you read that?
Yeah, that's basically what it says.
Yep.
So whatever level you are is what the content is going to be aimed at.
All right, well, actually, look at this. It also says you will be auto-mentored to an appropriate level range and earn limited bonus XP. Click join and be teleported right to the action. All right, so Dub, the only other thing here, I mean, that all seems to make perfect sense, and let's do that in just a couple of minutes. But what is this? There's this thing up the top here, and it says 14x or 14 times, and it's got a repeatable symbol next. What on earth is that?
Yep. Well, if you scroll over, there should actually be a tooltip as well.
Random adventure bonus accumulates once per day. Oh, so this is about the bonus. Increasing the rewards for completing a random adventure. Completing any random adventure will consume a single random adventure. Oh, okay. So it's kind of like the artificial soft limit on it. Is that what it's implying?
Yeah. So you can keep doing instant adventures all day if you want, but you'll get an experience bonus for the first 14 that you do.
Right, okay, alright. Cool.
And that resets every day.
Oh, alright, okay. This is all making sense now. Now, as far as those bonuses and rewards are concerned, is it anything special? Like, is there any special currency we get out of them that we have to go spend at a special vendor? Or is it just gear? Is it completely random? What do we expect to get out of this in terms of fat loots?
Well, that particular bonus is just experience.
Oh, okay.
But you get rewards for completing the adventures, which can be mostly plane ride or just the stones that you would get also from rifts and invasions. There is also a quest that we can go and pick up that you can do every day to get some extra stones and extra experience as well.
Oh, fantastic. Is that in Sanctum, that quest?
Yeah, it's just behind us.
Oh, is it the shaman over there?
No, it's inside.
Oh, inside. Okay, right, cool. And by the way, isn't it always funny? Every single one of our episodes where we have Rummy and Auberon there, they're always fighting each other in PvP. They're crazy bonkers Seraphim folks. Alright guys, well look, what we shall do is I think we'll take a quick break and get ourselves organised, and then we'll be right back and let's see if we can throw ourselves into one of these instant adventures. So we'll be right back. And we're back, and we just thought we'd very quickly show you guys where the quest is. So you can see we're in the heart of Sanctum here, and we're right in front of the Particulum, so you guys should know exactly where we are. And Maloo, I'm guessing it's this guy in front of us, because is that a unique symbol above his head? I haven't seen that before.
Yep, it's unique. It's above the heads of all the Instant Adventure quest givers. There's a few around the world, but this is the main guy.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, let's quickly have a chat with him. And there we are. Look, it is indeed a daily. It seems like every day new dangers are waiting for us out there, and that those troubles are growing in size and scale. Number of massive threats have erupted in all corners of Talara. You need to band with your fellow guardians and take on these threats, banishing them wherever they appear. All right, that definitely sounds exciting. Engage in the campaigns of instant adventure throughout Talara. And, oh, look at this. So hang on, Dub, it says complete adventures 0 of 7. So quite literally I'm guessing that this quest isn't going to be complete until we've done 7 of these things.
Yep, that's right.
Whoa, okay, well that's a lot. And we get 3 vile source stones, which are, you're right, look at that, planar currency. Alright, well either way, let's accept that. That is done. Alright, so I think we're pretty much ready to rock and roll. So who has to actually start the instant adventure? Like, can I do it? Does the raid leader have to do it? How does that work? Anyone?
So it's the raid leader has to do it, but if you were by yourself, you would just do it on your own.
So Tallahassee, when you click on it, is it going to give you any options as to, choices of content, or do you not actually get a choice? Does it just throw you into a random one?
All it shows me is the instant adventure window, and it just has random adventure. And when I click on join, I assume that we're going to a random adventure.
Ah, okay. Dub, do you know anything? Is there any way of choosing the specific content?
No, it decides based on whoever else is doing the adventures. Technically, if we were all 50, we could be doing adventures in the 50 zones. But in reality, even if it was all 50, it's quite likely you'd end up doing a lower level anyway, because some other person who isn't 50 outside the group is also queuing for instant adventure.
Right. Well, you know what? At the end of the day, that kind of lines up with the whole point of the thing, isn't it? I mean, you don't want to faff about too much. You just want to be able to open a window, click go, and be involved in your content as soon as possible. So I can completely understand that. All right. Well, I think we're ready to rock and roll. You can see we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in Group 1, and we've got Garro there in Group 2. So that makes 6 of us. Tallahassee, you ready to go?
Yep, I'm going to click join right now.
All right, here we go. Let's see what happens. And look at that. It says here that Tallahassee has voted to join the random adventure queue. You will be mentored down to match the adventures you are on. Do you agree to join now? And look at that. We can even see in the chat log there that Tallahassee, we've got Auberon, we've got Maloo, and Garro have all said yes. So, of course, if I say yes, then there we go. The party votes to join the queue for random adventure. Now, do we get some kind... Oh, look at that. Oh, you've entered a raid group. Quest complete. I don't know what happened then. Something popped up and then it disappeared again. What happened? That was weird.
Okay, well, can you see how we've now got 2 extra people in the raid?
Oh, I can. Now, where have they come from?
They're the people who've been added in because they were also queued doing the instant adventure. But I have to say, I think it's actually bugged. What I think's just happened is that
It does say to teleport to Gloamwood.
Oh, okay, mine's disappeared.
Yeah, mine disappeared as well. Maybe it only just shows for the leader. Because I was about to agree with you there, Dub. It seemed like a bit of a bug, because something about Gloamwood came up on the screen and then just disappeared again. Is that what happened to you?
Yep.
All right.
Immediately. And I think it's because they just finished one adventure as it came up.
Yep.
But we can teleport to really, really close by.
Right. Well...
So that might be what...
Well, what's your options, Tallahassee? Can you actually take us there or not?
Well, when I went into the menu again, it had the option for
teleport.
to join. Actually, join was bugged out, but I could still teleport.
Well, yeah, I've got a list in here, and it says Gloamwood teleport. So, Dub, should I click on that?
Yep. I'll just get you there.
Or can you? So you can't? Do you not have that in your list, Dub?
Oh no. Yep. It's come up now.
Oh, there we go. Good. All right, here we go, folks. Ooh, all right, that's all right. We're all learning. Here we go. Gloamwood, you have defeated the hag and restored Laria as the Garden of Glow. Oh, so hang on, Tallahassee. That's from our actual questing, isn't it?
It is.
So it remembers what we've done. Interesting. So we're going to be sent to this, and I like the way you put it, by the way, Dub, like a public quest. And let's face it, anyone who's played Warhammer Online will know all about that. But are we instanced here, or can other players see us? Are we just out in the world?
Other players can see us.
Oh, okay.
Yep, we're in the real world.
Okay, all right. Now, how do we know what it is that we have to do? Like, is there a quest log somewhere, or?
It does say slaying the shade bent, so.
Oh.
Which they're almost done with.
Kill shade bent skeletons in the shade form. Okay, all right. So I can see. Oh, I see. So I'm just going to follow the marker on our map. All right. So how come it is already 9 out of 11? Are we joining a event midway through, or have the others done that while we were, messing about with our UI?
They did most of it while we were messing around, but the other two players who were already adventuring got started.
Okay.
And so there you can see it's just ticked over.
Okay, so 1 of 7. Oh, I see. So now... Oh, look at that. So we've got these new objectives. Burn, fell, shade, cultist, banners in the towers. So it just keeps... Ah, I see. So it just keeps, basically popping up new objectives, pretty much.
Yep.
Ah. Okay, there we go. All right, and I noticed
It's
too
a bit of fun.
Well, they're interesting because on the mini-map, they're designated with a bright green area, and of course... That's a lot different to anything I've ever seen before. So I guess is that unique to these instant adventures? Or is that a raid thing?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
No, it's unique to the instant adventures, the green.
Alright. Very cool. So in other words, again, falling in line with the objectives of, what these instant adventures are all about, it's just all about making it easy. You just, it's easy to follow where you need to go. It's all laid out for you, and it's just literally instant adventure stuff, like instant combat. You don't have to think too hard about it, and I'm guessing it doesn't take too long because we're already halfway through the second one. We already completed one. I mean, how long is each of these little steps? I mean, when I read that we had to do 7 of them, I'm thinking, gosh, that's going to take ages, but it really isn't, is it?
No, I've done them by myself before, and they can drag out a little bit if you're all by yourself.
Right.
Late at night or something.
Right.
But no, if you've got a group, they get ripped through.
Yeah, really quickly. All right, so what do we got here? 7 out of 12 are the banners, so we're looking for more. And I see there's another area of banners down to the southeast of us. I guess that's where. So yeah, they're respawning, aren't they? The banners. So we just have to keep following the respawn, I suppose.
Yep. So another one's just respawned to your right now.
Oh, yep, there it is. Well, this is very, very much... Do you know what? Actually, this reminds me of There's two games whose content is very similar to this. And again, I'm not for 1 second suggesting that... Well, why does that keep interrupting? Oh, because it's already burnt. Duh. I'm not suggesting for one moment that, oh gosh, Trion have ripped off an idea or anything like that, because let's face it, the great thing about Rift is that they've taken the great ideas from other games and made them better. But there's 2 things. One, of course, the first one that easily springs to mind is the Warhammer public quests. Now, Dub, I don't think I've asked you before, were you a big Warhammer player, Warhammer Online?
I did play for a little bit.
Right.
I gave up.
Yeah, I think
were they
most
bright
of us
mages?
Did. Most of us did.
Yes.
But you remember, I'd assume, the public quests though, yeah?
Yeah, I really, really like the idea of that. Not necessarily the execution all the time, but the concept is brilliant.
That's a really good point. I'm sure, Tallahassee, you'll agree with me as well in that, again, great idea, but the execution of it in Warhammer Online, and I think this is a very important point here, folks, by the way, is that in Warhammer Online, it actually relies on a very high local population of players. And by that I mean that you have to go to the area where the public quest is, and you have to hope that literally in the world around you are enough players, to meet the requirements of the public quest. These guys here, what they've done quite obviously is spun that on its head and said, well, that doesn't really work all the time, because what if there's nobody around? So instead they've implemented a dungeon finder-esque queue, so that you're not going to get teleported somewhere and have to wait around. You can just carry on doing what you're doing, and once the dungeon finder finds an appropriate party, it will then send you, by the way, I just got myself an achievement there. Yay! What was that for? Waykeeper. Let's have a look here. What is it? Reached honoured with the Gloamwood Waykeepers. Oh, well, that was a bit of a side effect, wasn't it? Very interesting. Now, before we carry on our discussion, we've got... What is this? Kill reanimated corpses in the Mathosian Mill. Okay, so that's over that way, isn't it? Down here? Or,
Yep.
Or is that a bit of a big drop?
No, it is a bit of a big drop. We can make it down if you game.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Do it.
We'll give it a go.
Do it,
Alright.
and then I can laugh.
Try and
die.
follow me.
Yeah, I was going to say Tallahassee's going to laugh if we all die. That's all right. I have complete faith in you, Dub. Much to my better judgment. Oh, look at that. We actually survived. There you go, Tallahassee. You can't laugh at me. Sorry.
I can always laugh at you.
Yeah. All right. What are we doing? Killing reanimated corpses. It's just... Oh, I see. There we go. There's heaps of them all over the place. All right. So, yes, we were talking about the mechanics of this. So, firstly, we all know about the public quests in Warhammer Online. So, yep, cool. And not quite right, but a great idea. This is a great idea because they've taken that and run with it and put a dungeon finder component over the top of it, and that's fantastic. But the other game, I don't know if either of you guys particularly have played much Lord of the Rings Online. Have you, Dub?
I played a little bit. I only got to about level 15, something like that.
Okay, and I imagine that's probably a while ago as well, yeah?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, so recently they added a bunch of things called, I think they're called skirmishes, actually, and it is exactly the same, where it's kind of, well, in this case you can do them solo, and you have AI companions that you can bring along with you, and you actually level them up and skill them up like custom, kind of like the henchmen in, or rather like the heroes in Guild Wars. It's kind of a bit of a cross of that, if you like. But the cool thing is that same deal, you can have these little, like, they're very short timed specific adventures with specific goals, and you can sort of enter them from anywhere in the world. Same sort of deal, and you get instantly teleported. And they brought them into the game for the very same reason, which was, hey, we want a bit of content for those who get home after work. They've got half an hour before they have to go put the kids to bed or whatever, and they just want to be able to do something in the game without having to go on a raid or whatever. And same thing. So it's interesting to see this style. It's being implemented in more than one game, and I think it's great. I wonder if Tallahassee, I haven't read or heard anything. I wonder if WoW is going to pick up on something like this. What are your thoughts on that?
They better, because Pandaria doesn't sound like it's very appealing to me at the moment.
Yeah, they kind of need...
You probably don't want to hear me say that.
No. Well, I mean, hey, everyone, each to their... Oh, look at that, by the way. 3 out of 7 of our adventures complete. There we go. Where's the next one? Oh, what's this?
This is now the boss. This is now the boss. Now, if you look at his buff bar, you can see he's got a buff called Unstable Attunement.
I see it.
And
hang on.
it's at 6.
Yeah, hang on. Is that why I can't cast? Everything's greyed out. Why is that?
No, I don't know why you can't cast.
Okay, all right. Oh, and it's come back now. Well, that was weird. He must have...
You sure you're not dead?
Oh, no, look, he's silenced me. Sorry. He's completely... That's amazing. I've been locked down for this entire fight, pretty much. And he silenced me again. Gee, he doesn't like casters.
He doesn't like you.
No, I actually quite literally have not been able to... Okay, just as well I've got my flicker. Right. Dub, the one that you put on there, which of course removes any crowd control effects, and that includes that silence, by the way. Now what have we got to do? What? Your adventure?
Well, we've got... So, a smartass just pulled the
tree.
The big tree monster. So we just finished that quest, which was that instant adventure, which was the boss. It's the culmination, if you like, of a series that we've come in halfway on, and so now the adventures have reset, and we can teleport again to keep going with the action.
All right. Well, look, we've only got a couple of minutes left, so maybe we'll start this one and we won't be able to finish it off. But first things first, very importantly, I've noticed that you guys don't have name tags above you anymore. Have I hit some kind of shortcut here to disable nameplates? Anyone know?
Probably.
Have you turned off your UI again?
Well, I've turned it off, but hang on, let's put it back on. There we are, Control U. And by the way, shall we teleport while I'm figuring that out? Yeah, let's teleport. There we go. I don't know what I've done. There must be some control... I don't know what I did. My UI is on, but nobody's got any nameplates above their head. So there you go. Interesting. All right, so kill dusk bats in Tearfall Creek. So... hang on a minute. So, Dub, if let's say that we'd run out of time, which, well, we actually have in this case, but could we leave at any point without sort of bringing about some kind of penalty, or is there a cost to leaving mid-quest or mid-adventure?
No. You obviously you don't get to complete the adventure, but apart from that, there's nothing. As I said, it's pick up, put down.
Right.
So you can
drop in,
if
drop
you need
out.
to go make a cup of tea. Yep. You can drop out and then go make your cup of tea and then come back and join the queue, join the adventure again, and you'll just keep going.
Wow. That's awesome. And I guess, like, each little phase, well, I'm guessing that's why the phases are so short. It's so that you can drop in and out, because the distance between the beginning of a phase, well, I don't know what you call it, a section, a chapter, a part of it, it's actually very short, isn't it? So, you can stay in, like you say, or you can just hop in and out. So I guess the shorter they make them, the more flexible it is for the folk that don't have too much time. So, look, all in all, I mean, from what we've seen tonight, and I hope, by the way, you guys watching along from home have got a good idea, because we're about to wrap this up. But, again, if you're just looking for something very quick, you can hop in and hop out. There's no penalty for leaving. You're going to get put in a group and have content that is appropriate to your level, so it's not going to be horrifically challenging. You're going to get some rewards, and I mean, I don't know, how many times have you played this so far, Dub?
I would have done hundreds.
Oh gosh, okay, so
characters.
Well, that's good, because my next question to you is, how varied is it? Like, do you find yourself sort of playing the same thing over and over again? I mean, I imagine not if you've done hundreds of them.
No, they don't have a huge amount at the lower levels, because they only introduced the lower level ones in the last patch. And so it was something that was available to level 50s for quite a while, but they've only just introduced it for the lower level people with mentoring. And so they are planning on adding more, and there'll be more come in patches to come, I'm sure. But at the moment, there's probably, I would say, in Silverwood, which is where most of them have been, there's probably 30 separate ones, and probably the same in Gloamwood.
Look, that's...
So you do start to repeat yourself.
Well, yeah, but still. No,
it's
but
not
that's
quite the same thing over and over.
Well, no, I was going to say, are there about sort of 5 or 6 of them, maybe? But if there's about that many, if there's, more than 20 at least, that's fantastic. That is absolutely awesome. And by the way, folks, if you're wondering what we're doing, we are collecting in Tearfall Creek. We're collecting these, what are they? Shade Morals, I guess. Morals. And I'm being attacked. Dear oh dear, by Mud Scale Bilefang. But you can see there, collect them in Tearfall Creek. We've got 12 out of 18. Got to deal with my little friend here first. Let's disarm him. And do a bit of a... What's the... Oh, I can never remember what it's called. What's the spell in WoW Tallahassee where as a mage you... Oh, Blink. Never mind. I finally remembered it. I always hit Blink on this character because it looks like another spell. Terrible. There we go. Another quest is complete. Okay, so... And the other thing is, Dub, if we just wanted to go on and on and on and on... There's no end to it. It'll just keep teleporting us to new content. Is that it? Or will it actually kick us out at some point?
Yep. No. You can go on and on and on forever.
Wow. Okay, and look at this. Got another one here. Standing Stones. All right. Well, I think we get the idea, and we are absolutely out of time. So let's go and find the rest of the gang, and then we'll head on out of here. Oh, the standing stones. I remember all of this, Tallahassee. Do you remember us questing through all around here?
Mm-hmm.
This
awesome. Is one of the better areas as well.
Yeah, this was amazing. I remember us oohing and ahhing about this. But there you go, folks. Look, we'll watch the guys over there as they kill Night Rock goblins in the Standing Stones. But a big thank you, as always, to your good self, Dub. I mean, you said you've done hundreds and hundreds of these. What's the biggest benefit you've got from them so far? Is it the actual planar loots?
It's the stones. It's a good filler if you need to farm the stones. I was going to say this earlier. It's actually quite complementary to raiding for two reasons. One is that you use the rewards, the inscribed source stones, that are the rewards to kit out your raid toon. But also you actually get a lot of experience from doing the instant adventures.
So
because
XP.
of the bonuses.
Yep.
Yep. And so, because of the planar attunement system, which you won't get to look at until we're level 50, but it's another part of the game, again, that the raiders tend to want to grind and max out their characters. So it actually is beneficial to all kinds of players.
Yeah, so it's addressing all of those needs. And by the way, I can see there's a counter up the top, that one we looked at earlier in the episode where it said 14, and that is now saying 8, so you can actually keep an eye. So I guess, if you wanted to, you could just keep an eye on that, wait for it to get to 0, and then bug out at that point if you really were wanting to maximise your XP bonuses. So look at that, by the way, folks. You can see 55 XP keeps flowing in all the time. So there you go. I think if you guys are watching along from home and you're playing Rift, you've got absolutely no excuse. Look at that Tallahassee running across in the background there. And I still need to know how come all of my nameplates have disappeared unless I click on you guys. I've got to go figure that one out. Anyone in the comments can let me know. That'd be good. I must have hit some kind of key combination. Anyhow, we definitely have to get out of here, folks. We are way over time and don't want to make you late for your raid, by the way, Dub. So good luck on that one. Which one are you running again?
We're about to go into Rise of the Phoenix.
Oh, okay. I've never heard of that before, but presumably that's a high-level raid?
It's mid-level raid now. It's been superseded by another tier of raiding, but it's still valuable, and we're still gearing up, new people and people who've just joined the guild and so on.
Well, there you go. And there it is from the horse's mouth, folks. Again, if you want to join, make sure you click that link in the description. By the way, while we were talking there, I saw that our quest completed as well. We've now done 7 of 7. So I'm guessing Tallahassee, if we really wanted to, we could teleport back to Sanctum, hand that in, and get our rewards, yeah?
Well, has it actually ticked over to 7 of 7?
Yep, pretty sure it did.
Yep.
So there you go.
Then, we could go hand it in.
Yeah, so there you go, folks. You can see in the time that we've been filming here, it's been like a few minutes, and you can get those 7 done. So it's certainly very, very fast. And hello to you, Garro. So again, my thanks to not only you, Dub, but of course also to Garro, and we had Rumpunch, Rumpy, and Auberon, who had to go and set up the raid. So a big thank you for your help as well. And I certainly hope you guys are watching along from home have a better understanding of what instant adventures are all about now. And congratulations, by the way, to Trion for putting these into the game, because that is a fantastic piece of content, really rounding out the approach of the game, which is, hey, let's try and cater to as many different play styles as possible. So 10 out of 10, guys. Well done, Dead Simon and El Ra. You did say that we'd enjoy this, and you are dead right. In the meantime, folks, we need to get out of here. On behalf of myself, Sambo, Seraphim, Dub, and everyone that joined us, including formidable Tallahassee, it's us saying take care. I hope you guys are having a great day wherever in the world you are. We do look forward to seeing you next time. We will see you then, and bye-bye.